Hey friends, Jonathan Neal Fitness. This is the 7-minute core at-home abs. Let's get into it. First exercise we're going to be doing is double crunches. We're just doing them for 2 minutes. This one is pretty self-explanatory as to what it is. We're doing your standard crunch, but we're making it double by bringing those legs up and making sure that as we lift the chest for that standard crunch, we're also drawing those knees in. There's a couple things we want to do here to make sure we're doing it safe and effective, of course. Number one is we want to make sure that lower back is staying nice and flat to the ground. We're not letting those hips hinge down and flange at that lower back. You shouldn't be feeling it in your lower back. This is for the abs, of course, so we want to be feeling it in the front side of those abs. You'll notice that when I reach those legs out, I try to keep the feet a little bit higher than the knees. That tends to give you a little bit better leverage into those abs and helps to keep it out of that lower back, but you still want to be mindful and paying attention. Another good thing you can be doing here is making sure that as you go, you're feeling that space just below the belly button kind of draw in towards the spine. That'll help to keep that lower back down. It'll help to get you a better abdominal engagement as well. If you're doing those crunches and you're feeling the neck a lot, go ahead and support the head. We're trying to really think about lifting the shoulder blades off the ground and curling the spine up from the abs. So try to soften the neck as much as you can. Try to just really mentally focus on making this action, this crunching action, happen from those muscles that you're trying to target. Really focusing on letting that front side of the belly curl together. Curl that spine up off the ground a little bit and get that good crunch. When you reach out, again, go far enough that you feel it, but don't let that back flange. We just got a couple more seconds here on these double crunches. Man, I really feel these when I do this one. All right. Just there at about our 2-minute mark, the next exercise is going to be some scissor leg lifts. Pretty simple, just like a normal leg lift. The leg goes down, the leg comes up, but we're doing it in scissors. So one's going down while the other one is coming up. We don't really want to alternate. It's not, we don't want both of them up there at the same time. They're both moving at the same time. It's just one's moving down, the other is moving up. Again, we want to make sure we're really focusing on keeping the chin in, keeping that lower back nice and flat, and feeling those abdominal muscles draw into the spine to make sure that we're really feeling it in those lower abs and that we're not feeling too much in the hip flexors. And we definitely, of course, again, don't want to feel that lower back doing any of the work here. It's got a little bit longer on these. Let's feel that burn in that lower abdominal area. Good. Now, when you're done with those, our next one is going to be what we call a 3-way seated crunch. So you're sitting up, your hands are behind you for some support, but obviously you're trying to use your abs as much as you can. Get yourself situated, and then knees come into the chest, knees go off to the right, knees go off to the left, knees come into the chest. 3 directions, crunching in. Again, trying to focus on using the abs. It's really common to feel the hip flexors or the legs a lot here. A lot of that comes down to keeping your spine tall, keeping your ribs up, but just being mindful, really trying to focus as I do these reps. Can I make myself feel it in that targeted area? Can I make those abdominals really do the work here? Keep the neck long, make sure we're not squeezing that neck. Use as little pressure on the hands as you need and as you can. Let's feel those abs do the work here. Good. All right, from there, we're going to come down into what we call a side V-up. Basically, we're going to lay on the side, roll a little bit back onto the butt so we're not straight on the side of the hip. Bring that bottom arm down, and then you're using that bottom elbow to help you up again, but just as little as you need so that you can focus on feeling those legs lift as the ribs come up towards the legs. We're just doing a V-up type motion, getting a nice crunch through that left side of the obliques there. You want to really feel the side tummy muscles doing it. And again, you might have to adjust a little, you might have to feel your way in, but try to get to that point. You want to target that left side of the obliques. Keeping the legs straight, keeping them relatively tight together will help you to really get a better core contraction as well. Let's get a couple more here on this side. Good, beautiful. All right, same thing on the other side, of course. We do it to one side, we want to do it to the other. So let's go ahead and roll on that other side. Again, we're not sitting on the hip bone so much, just a little bit rolled back onto the side of the butt. Nice cushion there. And then straight legs are lifting as we're essentially trying to lift the chest and the knee towards each other. Again, that bottom arm is there to support. We want to use as little of that as we can. The less that we have to use the arm, the more that we're going to feel it in the core. Again, be mindful of what your legs are doing up there, trying to keep them relatively together, trying to keep those feet together. You can even activate those feet a little bit, but ultimately all of that is just trying to get a better little burn in that right side of those obliques over there. The right side of the tummy is where you want to feel this one. So focus on what you're doing, just a little bit more of this, but really make sure you're hitting that target area. Good, beautiful. All right, last one, you guys. This is going to be a cross mountain climber. Basic mountain climber position, like you're about to do some push-ups, but no push-ups today. We're just going to bring the right knee to the left elbow, the left knee to the right elbow, and just go cross nice and quick, like we're running a little bit. Now, we want to be moving with a good pace, but we want to be making sure that we're feeling our abs. So if we go too fast, we might wiggle all over the place. Try to hold yourself nice and firm, keep the weight over top of the hands, draw in those lower belly muscles, and make sure that each time you bring that leg across, again, you are feeling it where you actually want to feel it. You want to feel those abs. If you're not, you probably just need to stabilize more so the core has to work. So really hold it tight. We got just a little bit longer on this one. So let's keep that run going. Feel it, draw it in, keep the spine straight, almost there. Just a little bit longer now. Keep cooking, keep going. All right, and that's it. Thanks a lot, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.